Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny. Crimson Days is finally upon us. It is going to be here all week until the next reset. And of course it features a brand new 2v2 Crucible game mode that is actually a lot of fun. There's also quite a lot of rewards to earn, and so far it seems like the rewards are pretty generous this time around. No more dawning days of old. So in this video we'll take a tour of the Crimson Days event, take a look at some of the rewards, and then talk about the game mode itself. Let's get into it. So to kick things off for Crimson Days, you can see in the Milestones tab that you have to visit Tess Everest, presumably to pick up your first Crimson Engram, so we're going to go ahead and do that as well. Also keep in mind that your normal experience from doing the other activities still count towards your XP bar, and when you level up, not only do you get a Bright Engram, but you also get a Crimson Engram on top of that, so you can pretty much do anything you want during this week and still get plenty of Engrams. But anyways, as you make your way down to the tower, you will notice the new Crimson Days decorations. Rose petals are falling from the sky, and it's all very romantic. But of course, in the world of Destiny, Valentine's Day is all about getting vengeance on your fallen partner. But before we get into that, let's head over to Tess to pick up our first Crimson Engram. Here you can see a preview of what you can get, and let's dive in deep to see exactly what is available. We start with an ornament for Prometheus Lens. It has just been rebuffed and is actually pretty usable. And this ornament definitely looks pretty cool, but moving on to the ornament that everyone's going to be after this week is going to be Go About Your Business. And of course, this is the chrome, and now we can tell it actually is carbon fiber, which is pretty amazing. And then finally, we have the Carina Nebula, the weapon ornament for the Graviton Lance. This thing looks pretty sick, and I'm really hoping that the pulse rifle buffs make that weapon a lot more usable coming up very soon. Also, don't forget that a single raid completion this week will award you Diesel Punk, the ornament for the Wardcliff Coil, so you definitely don't want to pass that up. Moving on, we also have a selection of emotes and ghost shells. The exotic ghost shell is not here because that is actually earned just by simply completing 5 Crimson Days matches, and you'll get that from Shaxx. But we can take a look at the exotic new emote, Heart Sign, which is very lovely. You can go ahead and do that to all of your friends, I guess. And then you've got the Vengeful Dance, which is pretty hilarious. I'll just let that play out for a little bit longer here. And then we've got the Amor Dance, another lovely choice as well. Moving on to Sparrows, we have a lot of choices here. 2 of them are exotic, 1 of them available from Crimson Engrams, and the other will simply have a chance of dropping during the Crimson Days matches. And as we saw in the trailer yesterday, they sort of all leave behind a trail of rose petals, which is definitely interesting. But moving on to what everyone cares about, and that is the shaders. Crimson Passion is not bad. There's better sort of pink shaders out there. But the thing that everyone is going to be chasing is the Crimson Valor shader, which is a lot more badass. I think the colors just work a lot better, and it sort of has a Wrath of the Machine vibe going on from Destiny 1, so that definitely helps as well. I'll be trying to collect quite a few of these. And then from the engrams, you can also get some of these other shaders that are, I guess, the most Valentine's-y from what's available currently in the game, so you can get these in the engrams as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up this Crimson Engram. We've got a stack of shaders, and I got the exotic Carina Nebula. Very nice. And we can see here there is a selection of items available. Oh, this week she has the Futurist Chrome ornament for the Hard Light. I'm definitely going to pick this up. I've been wanting this for a very long time. I'm not going to pass that up, so excuse me while I pick this up real quick. Awesome. And then, oh, look at that. We have Go About Your Business available right now from Tess. Definitely pick this up. I don't want to take my chances with this going away tomorrow. I don't know how featured this will be. And then we have a stack of shaders package you can purchase, and you'll see the available shaders here that are possible. Let's see if I can get some of the new shaders. Nebula Rose, that's fine. And nothing. There we go, Crimson Passion. So that kind of gives you an example of what you can get. It's a little more expensive than buying single shaders since they're 40 Bright Dust. This is 150 Bright Dust. But of course, you have a chance of getting some of the new shaders right off the bat. But anyways, let's head over to Shaxx and actually start this whole Crimson Days event. He will now grant you the milestone to complete 5 matches. And from that, you will get the exotic Tirastrella Ghost Shell, which is pretty cool. Not too hard there. And then we can go ahead and see that in the director, we now have a playlist for Crimson Days. It's odd that it's actually called Crimson Days for the playlist. It should be called Crimson Doubles, like it was last year. Crimson Days is the name of the event. But whatever, the important thing is you have a chance of getting that Undeterred Sparrow, and you also have a chance of getting a Crimson Engram, an entire Engram, from your post-game rewards. I'm guessing it's just about as rare as an exotic, but it's still definitely worth chasing. But anyways, moving on to the game mode itself, it is Crimson Days 2v2. There doesn't seem to be any kind of upper score limit, it's just more about how many kills you can get within the 2-minute round. So think of it as like a reverse survival. But the unique thing for Crimson Days is that there's a few different rules going on all at once. First up, there is a buff called Reunited, which is active while you are next to your partner. There is a debuff called Drifting Apart, which simply puts a marker over your head, which lets the other team know where you are, so definitely be careful of that. And then you have Vengeance. This one activates when your partner dies, and I didn't think they would put this in because I don't think they mentioned this during the info blast for Crimson Days, but essentially it greatly increases all of your stats, including your speed and weapon handling. I believe this is the exact same buff from Destiny 1's Crimson Days. Then it was called the Broken Heart buff. Let me know in the comments below if that's true. I just haven't had enough time to really play around with it. But what I have noticed is the increased speed, the increased weapon reload, and it also actually suppresses the Drifting Apart debuff to give your partner a chance to reunite with you. But anyways, I do have to say that I'm finding Crimson Days a lot of fun. I have only played a couple matches, but I really dig the new mechanics in this mode, and I'm looking forward to getting a lot of the rewards. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Crimson Days. Are you going to be playing a lot this week? Let's discuss. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more Destiny content. And I will see you all next time.